Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. Hey guys, so I'm here for an update. You can see that my haul is still an absolute mess. If you remember from the last time, I had that yellow music paper cabinet right there. That has been moved, so I'm moving out of the doorway and going to turn around. A lot of this needs to find a new home. We'll get there. But as we turn into the craft room, we can see just from that little snippet that things are much improved. So I'm going to go ahead and step in. And right here from the doorway, I'm just going to kind of go up to the ceiling, pan around the room. Now again, things are still a hot mess, but I am about to start gel plate printing, so I wanted to do this update before I started that. You can see everything on my desk over there, and I'll get closer here in a minute. Okay, I'm going to step on in the room and I'll show you behind the door. Trying to be very purposeful and slow with my movements because I don't want to make anyone sick. Turning. I can't close my closet door yet, so unfortunately you still get that view. Okay, this is behind the door. Let me close it. I have these two storage containers that I think are great. I think that paint might be a little too heavy, so I may have to find a new home for that, but that's okay. That's okay. Everything else seems to fit really well. Those florals, of course, won't stay there. They're just tucked there for now. But I have some of these bits and bobs that were in my iris container. I guess these are still the iris containers, but I thought that I would use the bigger ones for something else because these store so lovely in this. And I have mostly watercolor stuff there, and I have some more watercolor. These are some sprinkles from Lindy's. Watercolor brush pens, some more of the little ephemera and things like that. There is my star. Let me back up. Have a couple things on there, a couple tags that I made, a tag from my sweet friend Julia in Sweden. And then here is the yellow container, or not container, cabinet I was talking about. So it has my Scentsy materials in there. It has some watercolor pigments. These are some watercolor pens, paint or colored pencils, and a lot of other colored pencils, and just some different things. There's a couple watercolor palettes because they don't fit anywhere else. And then all of these little bits and bobs need to be taken out of their current containers and put into these drawers. So for instance, like this drawer is snowflakes. One day I will label them. I'm not worried about that today. This is fall foliage, and etc. This one is critters and characters. This one is all hearts. So I'm working on it, and they are not in any specific order. They're just up there. This one is all Halloween. This one is like borders and edges. This one I think is Christmas. Oh no, this one is shapes and patterns, and the Christmas is back there. But yeah, lots to still go through there. And of course, still on the floor are things that need to find homes. This is my waterfall so far. It is not by any means finished, nor is it exactly how I want it, but we're getting there. I finally got my little flag banner hung. This is in honor of my daughter that passed away. I have a sweet friend. She's a nurse. She's retired now, but she is amazing, and she actually took a prayer flag up to, it was one of the base camps. I think it was on Mount Everest, and then she brought that back for me. So over there you can see that garland hanging. It's literally just thrown up there. One day it will be lined up against the ceiling all the way, where's my finger? All the way at the ceiling, and then different things that y'all send me will hang off of that, and I have a second one that I'll put down there. And like cards and tags and things, I'll use different kinds of not bobby pins, clothespins. I'm going to turn to show you my container of clothespins. So lots and lots of clothespins and pegs that I can use. So you turn you back around, close your eyes for a second, it's going to be fast. But I'm still trying to figure out the storage. This is all going to be sewing because my sewing desk will go here one day. I'm getting closer to putting it together. This is all paper from top almost to the bottom. On the very bottom I have my Olos, and then that little basket has my my plug, what is it called? A surge protector. And so I'm trying to contain all the cords and things, but they go from behind the cabinets to that container and then over here. So I'm not the one to figure that out. You can see. Let me take a shot of my desk real quick. So still a work in progress, trying to decide exactly what gets the honor of having or being right at my fingertips. But you can see I'm getting ready to play. I've got my gel plates in these silver containers right there. I've got some bubble wrap and some different kinds of mesh and foliage. And I've also got some stamps there and some embossing folders to make marks and prints and patterns. 2 containers of paint, some more foliage, my brayers, just some other stuff that I have stored up there. And then here's all the different papers that I pulled out to choose from. But I will not use all of that, obviously. They're just different choices to pull from. And then again, coming back over here, this is my collection of spools and threads and things. And I've pulled out some of my wooden blocks from India. And I'm trying to use them to decorate with and some other things. Still have to figure out what's going to go up here or exactly how things are going to go up there. And then these are all stamps and dies. And then down at the bottom there's my stencils. And I have them from biggest to smallest. Not in any other order, just by size. And then this container on the right is all like tags and things, and then on the left that is all like shaker card stuff. And then some more dies. On the very left are some ones that are just too big to go into anything else. The next container over is slimline dies. And I do have them organized, I just don't have them labeled. So, and then I'm going to come over here. Just some decor up top. Obviously all my sprays. I'm not sure what's going to go there yet. Still trying to figure out my stamp storage. That bottom one is open as well. And most of that bottom one is still open and ready for something. And then over here, I've got some more decor going on up there. You'll notice I got my curtains hung. They're wonky and whatever, but they're beautiful. And I've got that glorious afternoon sun coming in. This is still kind of a staging location for stuff that doesn't have a home yet, or when I move it from one container to the next. And I'm not going to go through my cabinets, but lots of stuff going on over here. This side of the desk, I'm not sure what's even in that bottom drawer. So this is still space that can be used. Some more of those wooden block stamps from India. These are containers that are waiting to get shipped to people, and I'm trying to find the rest of the things that go with them. Those two big stacks there are still giveaway stuff, and I have more that I need to add to the pile. So yeah, as I'm finding it, I'm putting it there, and then I'm going to go back to the boxes and the packages that I've promised, and then I will finish filling them and get them shipped away. That's some more stuff that's just staged until I find a home for it. I will show you just a little bit inside here. I have my cards separated: Christmas and fall. Christmas, winter, fall, and Easter. Not Easter. What in the world? Halloween. These things are still waiting to find a home. This drawer, some more cards. Happy Mail from y'all. This container is all Happy Mail. I'm not sure what's in the bottom two. I think they might be empty. This is a Halloween display that stays up all year. I need to finish it and move things around and get my rosettes hung. And my kiddo made those rosettes for me years ago, and I told them that I finally found the spot for them, so they're going to embellish this area up here, and I can't wait to get them hung up there. They're going to be great. Yeah, I'm going to love that. So you can see all of the storage containers still waiting to be used. I pull and then I replace. So I may be trying to find a home for these. This container is still all wooden stamps. Those will go out here ultimately into the drawers on that side. And I'm waiting for my two printers, and then my, what is that pink thing in the middle called? Gemini 2 or Gemini Junior. I'm waiting for a stand, a printer stand that will go over that white one, and then this dark gray one will be on top of the white one. And then once I get that done, then I'll have more space, more vertical space here, and then I can figure out this, or I'll have more horizontal space here, sorry, and then I'll figure out this vertical space here. So spinning around again, just so you can kind of get an understanding of where I'm at. You can see I've come a long way, but really I still have a long way to go. And maybe that was an exaggerated long. It feels that way. I think the bottom line is that I'm going to end up with way more storage containers than I need, but that is not a bad problem to have. Turning, turning, turning. So some of this is stuff that needs to find a home. Some of it is storage containers to put them in. And this is going to be a project in and of itself. It's mostly like shipping stuff and mixed media, foundations and whatnot. So, all right, my friends, that is it for now. Love my salt lamps. So glad I was able to incorporate a couple of them in here. And then you can see I have my little Scentsy skull going right there. Let me try to zoom in on him. He's one of my favorite things in this room. Can you see him? I love him. And that ampersand is in honor of my kiddo that passed away. And you might notice I have ampersands in different places, but definitely have become a skull collector, which whatever, has nothing to do with this video. So for now, I'm going to let y'all go. I thank you for spending this time with me. I thank you for all of your input and your feedback and your help in terms of my storage dilemmas. Everybody's suggestions and support has been amazing, and I can't thank you enough. But for now, I am going to get on to my gel plate printing. It's waiting and it's calling my name. Thanks, guys. Mwah.